Hello, welcome back to my Volume 7 RWBY reactions. Today I'm going to be doing Volume 7 Chapter 5 Sparks. I don't have much time, so I'm not going to waste any more of it. And I'm just going to jump straight into it. And if I can think of anything to say, I guess I'll say it during the opening. The intense rock music caption wasn't there before, was it? It's interesting watching openings as a season or volume progresses, because you get to see different parts with different context, I guess, different understanding. Still think Volume 6's opening might be my favorite, but I am also a really big fan of this one. I love this effect. The weird frame rate thing just, I don't know. There's just something really cool about it.
Salutations! Good morning, Team RWBY.
Oh, Penny, what time is it even?
Time to be huntresses, of course.
Different bed setup.
Eyes up, Huntsman. Time to get used to the new normal in Atlas.
Tail seems like it would be
Top
super
priority is
inconvenient.
Amity Tower. That means protecting supply runs from Grim and bandits. And
Give away my
protecting the
thoughts
site
all the
itself.
time.
Diverting all construction resources to Amity Tower means there are going to be gaps in Mantle's defenses against Grim. They'll need help on the perimeter.
Hey, have you two ever thought about branching out a little? You always pair up, but I don't know if your styles
USA.
really good stuff. Yeah, keep it up. Single file line.
But there's still plenty to do
Sean.
in Mantle itself.
Yeah. Oh, another casserole.
I think you'll find everyone appreciates having a huntsman around.
It's
Ah.
totally the haircut.
You're of course free to enjoy your time off as you see fit. Whatever helps you take the edge off.
You might not hear Oz anymore, Oscar, but that doesn't mean
You gotta
can't
be
try
impressed
to
with
drop
that.
him loose.
What did you have in mind?
The huntsman around you can be an invaluable resource.
I like this track in the background.
If you're willing to
I haven't
pay
paid too
attention.
much attention to it.
Have you ever thought about extending your aura?
But make no mistake, school's over. You get to choose what type of huntsman or huntress you are.
Ouch.
Again.
They're so cute.
So, what's it gonna be?
Excuse me.
Oh, good. I was hoping we'd get to see these guys again.
Lightning
Well,
bolt. Are you supposed to be fast? Wow, your boyfriend's
Neon and
actually
Flint,
holding
right?
his own.
She riding her hammer?
Wow, that was amazing! You guys have really improved since the Vital Tournament. And that cute farm boy had a few surprises for us, too.
Well, you really had us on our toes. Thought you had us there for a second. Whew.
Oh, come on! It was way more than a second.
You guys busy? Want to grab some lunch?
Do we? I could eat a sandwich the size
Who's
of
that
a
guy?
cobalt.
Ah, man. We'd love to, but,
Duty calls. Maybe some other time?
No worries. The next time you're free, just let us know.
yeah, next time.
Hey, Ivory, if you're gonna go get Froyo, can I play? Oh, come on.
There's still time for sandwiches, right?
Not that I'm bored, but why can't we just use an airship to take these supplies to Amity?
The components for Amity Tower's construction are far too heavy. All that weight would require precious dust we should be saving for the launch itself, and the Grim that will come after.
It just makes for long, very long supply runs.
At least the tundra is scenic.
Totally.
That actually does look really cool. But I suppose if you've been doing the same
Ruby,
sort of run
I just
again
wanted
and
to say
again.
how excited I am to be working with you in a professional capacity. As friends.
Me too, Penny.
Relationships are so interesting and varied.
Speaking of friends, have you been able to make any new ones? Since, you know...
Now that I'm the official protector of Mantle, I don't really have a team anymore. General Ironwood says I don't have time for friends.
Oh. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I wish I could do both the things I need to do and the things I want to do. Is that normal?
That's about as normal as it gets, Penny.
Everything going all right up there?
Just fine, Uncle Crow.
Is he sleeping? Oh, no.
I win again. Maybe we should call it quits.
Shut up and deal.
Your niece sure is one of a kind, huh?
They all are. Been through a lot together.
That's a good thing they had someone to look up to and get them through it. Not everyone is so lucky.
I don't know about all that. Thanks, by the way, for looking out for him. You and your team.
Clever deal to himself
Good at
first.
saving the world without another generation waiting in the wings. Hopefully, they'll leave Remnant better than we left it for them.
Once upon a time, I'd have drank to that.
You shouldn't do that, you know?
Don't worry, I gave that up.
I meant deflect a compliment. Those kids wouldn't be where they are without you. You've had more of an effect on them than you realize.
Yeah, Crow, give
Uncle
yourself some
Crow?
credit.
What's going on? Grim?
No. Worse. You two with me, Penny, stay put and keep an eye on our six. We may need an element of surprise.
Affirmative. I will plan for 6 possible outcomes.
This lady that we haven't seen from the opening.
All right, ladies.
Robin
time
Hill?
to show them our team.
Robin Hill and her happy huntresses.
Robin! Well, if it isn't Mantle's hometown hero. Is there a reason you're blocking an official military transport?
Clover, I'm so glad you're here. Maybe you can help me understand why this truck that's supposed to be taking construction materials to fix Mantle's outer wall is on its way to the middle of nowhere. Are you lost?
It's pretty easy to get turned around out here in the tundra. Everything looks the same. Thanks for checking up on us, though. We'll be on our way now.
I was hoping you'd play it straight with me. What's Ironwood doing with Amity at the old SDC mine?
Oh, that. Just giving her an annual checkup.
The next Vital Festival isn't anytime soon. Only automated drones and a few select Atlas scientists are allowed out here. And Amity's getting invaluable resources we need in Mantle to protect against Grimm.
You know,
Seems
that's
like more
probably
than
true
just a
too.
checkup.
You've been scoping it out.
We can't fix the wall without the supplies on these trucks. I think Mantle deserves to know what they're being used for. It doesn't have to be difficult. Just tell me.
One finger free.
I'm going to have to pass on that.
How about you, Pipsqueak? 5 o'clock Shadow? Either of you want to tell me why Mantle's being put at risk for Ironwood's pet project?
We're trying to help Mantle.
That's enough, Robin. As a potential councilwoman, you should probably focus on the election instead of harassing Huntsman. Now, it's time to let us pass.
I think you've misjudged the situation. One way or another, these supplies are going to get where they're supposed to go. Mantle.
Then I suggest you do that through the proper legal channels as a councilwoman, if you get elected.
Now, where's the fun in that?
Robin Hill, I would like to politely ask that you call off the Huntresses approaching the rear of the truck.
All right. Joanna! May!
Well, that's
the
cool.
Protector of Mantle, huh?
Let us through. Please.
It's a pretty cool look with the sword suspended like that,
Good luck at the election.
like out in a star.
That was a close one.
You're telling me.
What now?
I want to know why Amity Coliseum is suddenly so important. Whatever it takes.
Who's the voice actress for this? Summon on summon battles.
Still have those maddening, sloppy touches. But you've learned how to make them work for you. You've made them your own.
Wow. That was very close to a compliment.
I didn't intend it that way.
We all make mistakes, I guess.
You've grown up a bit, haven't you? You're not the little girl clinging to the family name anymore.
Since Beacon, I haven't really had a choice. Father's view of the world no longer matches with mine.
Whatever the case, I am glad to see you've moved on. Distancing myself from the Schnee name is the most beneficial thing I've ever done. We can move forward without him. Together. I know General Ironwood would have a place for you.
I would be grateful to him if he did. But I'm not sure I could accept.
Really?
Not sure if that's
It's
quite her
just-
path either.
Our kingdom isn't supposed to be like this. Fearful and withdrawn. We should be opening our borders to help the world, not closing them down.
We will, though. Once we've weathered the storm, we will. I know the General hasn't done everything perfectly, but he's doing what he thinks is right.
Everybody thinks what they're doing is right. But usually, they're just looking out for themselves. And their secrets.
Ironwood isn't keeping secrets. Not from me.
Can you be sure?
I really hope not. That he's not
Come
keeping
with me.
secrets, that is.
There's something I want to show you.
What is the symbol they've got in the background? That big, logo isn't the right word. What am I looking for? Sigil?
That's the Winter Maiden.
She could pass any day now. Until that happens, I'm the only person Freya's allowed to see.
Ironwood's chosen you to be the next... when she dies. How long have you known?
Since Beacon fell.
Doesn't it bother you? He practically groomed your whole military career.
It did at first, when the General first proposed it to me. But the more I thought about it, the more I saw it as a privilege. A chance to do some real good for Atlas. For Remnant.
But your destiny was chosen for you, without your input.
Perhaps. But I'm choosing it now. I've made it my own, and I take great pride in it. That has nothing to do with Father or the General. That belongs to me.
I guess we've both had to do a little bit of that. Carving out our own way.
I suppose we have. Speaking of the family name...
What is he doing?
If I'm elected councilman, I've made it no secret that I will be opposing General Ironwood and his senseless embargo that is crippling all of Atlas. It is my belief that these measures are not only reckless, but criminal. With no shipments allowed to enter or leave the kingdom, I know many are suffering, and my family has been weathering the same storm as many of you. Effective immediately, I'm forced to shut down all non-essential SDC operations. If elected to office, I will make the changes necessary to fix what Ironwood has broken. I hope you ask yourself before the vote, can you trust anyone else to stop Ironwood? Will Robin Hill be able to get your jobs back?
I think
that's no good.
May have just provided the spark that's going to set this kingdom on fire.
Oh, it's the Staff of Creation. That must be what it is. The symbol that I was wondering about. That's... Hood up won't actually see it up. I continue to be worried about Penny. I was trying to find like a good place to pause it on. Anyway.
The huntsman around you can be an invaluable resource.
So the music, as I was talking about before, is great. I usually don't get a chance to really, not enjoy. Enjoy is not the word. Yeah, I'll use enjoy for now. Don't really get to appreciate it until the second or third time around. Because the first time I'm focused on what's actually happening, and then after that I'm able to spend more time thinking about the music. And also obviously when the soundtrack comes out, and then I can listen to it on its own. Oh, that wasn't a bad place. Good to see Team Funky again. Or Flint and Neon, and I assume that the other two were the other members. So that was pretty cool. During the fighting, so we didn't get to see that part with we haven't seen Ironwood against, like, directly testing Oski yet, have we? You're still being useful, Jean. Someone's got to do it. Extending aura. Is that what Vine and Elm do? Is that them extending their aura using this, you know, when he's doing his limb stuff, or is that his more specific to his semblance? They asked John whether he'd considered extending his aura, and I'm not sure what they mean by that. I wonder if this is just suggesting that Jean's going to have more ways to project. At the moment, all of the stuff he uses is like very close, I guess. He uses it defensively, he's learned how to use it sort of as a battery for other people, and, you know, to aid the regeneration of someone else's aura in order to heal them, or to power them up. But I wonder if he's going to have more ways to sort of... I wonder if the implication is that he could project it more. Big shield? I don't know. Something like that. That would be awesome. I like this. That's pretty cool. In general, I still trust most of, oh god, what are they called? The Aesops. I mean, I don't think they're doing anything funny, but they did sort of note that they are working more professionally rather than being friends or anything. I feel like Mero is the one most likely to actually want to be friends. That's perhaps his behavior, perhaps because he's a, you know, dog as well. And he's trying to, you know, be a bit more distant and cool like the rest of his team. But I think he's the one who most would like to actually just, you know, both be professional and friends as well. I didn't even see Flint there the first time. I mean, obviously, got what? Oh, I guess they were actually firing that. The beams that are going off to the side, but for all I could see here was colors, and there was music, and there was John, and of course Neon. Very attention-grabbing there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that guy. I mean, I think I registered that there was a person here, but there's such quick glimpses that obviously I didn't... Yeah, there we go, and there must be the other Team Funky members. Not sure what Ironwood's thinking there, as he's looking down. Neon's an interesting character. Like, can be supremely annoying and vicious, but also... vicious in, you know, the insults and the name-calling and stuff, but can also very easily flip, and it's just like, okay, cool, you know, awesome, let's be friends. Penny, please don't die. This was good. I mean, people have had a lot to say about these two. If nothing else, I just hope that maybe he can be beneficial for Crow, because Crow's been down in the dumps a lot, and I think it's good to, yeah, give him appropriate, props. He's messed up and he's had issues, but time to drag him out of this freaking pit that he's been living in for so long. Understandably so. Pretty crappy semblance he's got. Or at least from the way that it seems to have manifested through his life, at least. Penny feels obviously uncomfortable about this particular situation. This seems like the coolest fighting game ever. That must be the Staff of Creation, right? Or is it? I'm assuming that's what the emblem is the word that I was looking for. What else was there? Not much else. Winter Maiden's name was Freya? Appropriate name. Okay, so that also answered some questions that I had about the Winter Maiden. Some people asked, is Winter the Winter Maiden? That seemed too on the nose. But this makes a lot of sense. I had worried before whether, when they were talking about the Winter Maiden being in stable condition, whether they might have just been lying. Because at that time I thought maybe they've already chosen to transfer the Winter Maiden's power and decided they'd not sort of tell anyone that actually someone else held it. But yes, actually preparing Winter to become the next Winter Maiden makes a lot of sense. And I hope that isn't putting a target on her back. There's the transfer life aura transfer pod thing over in the corner. And here's this bastard. I was trying to take a look at the crawl at the bottom. Missing journalist found slain in her midtown apartment. Whoops. Damaged perimeter wall. Something. Oh, perimeter wall damage last month. Resources and funding are stalled, so that's what the issue was about these resources going to Amity, which we know has a good purpose, or at least, on the face of it. I believe it's a good call. I mean, it's a good intent. I can't say whether it would actually be better to be redirecting to the wall or getting Amity up and running again. It does feel like they're just kind of throwing Mantle to the wolves, though. That's the whole problem with it. They've got these good ideas, but basically they're just sort of saying, just let Mantle rot for now. It'll be best for them in the long run, but, it's a bit hard to be living through that at the time. Especially when you're not actually being told. Instead, it just feels like you're being screwed over, and, they are. Surface level Grim attacks increasing, Mantle protection agency advisor staying indoors. I like this shot. I'm gonna take this and use it as a desktop picture. Anyway, that's it. I've got nothing else to say, and it's always just weird when I just keep carrying on, so if I think of anything else, I'll record it later and then attach it to the end. Otherwise, bye for now, and I'll see you next episode.